We'll call the meeting to order at 7 o'clock. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I can only see the top of the flag now.
Our first order of business tonight is to declare an open seat on the city council. I would like to thank Mike Sano for his years as mayor and council and serving Janesville. He has decided to serve in a different way. Now he's going to be our fire chief. So with that being said, we are going to declare a vacancy on him. And that is resolution 22-06.
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Moving right along to resolution 2207. With a minimal amount of arm twisting, John Springer has agreed to come back and fill the seat for at least the rest of this term. And we thank John for that. So I move that we instate John on our council.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We want to do the oath quick?
Yeah,
Good time for it?
yeah. We start our order.
Go ahead, John.
All right, I, John Springler, do solemnly swear to support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the Statute of Minnesota, and to discharge faithfully the duties of the city council member of the city of Janesville, to the best of my judgment and ability, so help me God.
Thanks, John.
You can sign that.
You can sign that one, I'll sign it, and then we'll move on with the meeting.
Thank you.
Okay, we have our fire board meeting tonight.
Yes, okay, normally in February, we have one of our fire board meetings. That is the night, the meeting that the township members can be introduced to the new officers that are on the department, so that's part of tonight's agenda. Before we get going though, can we have everybody in attendance state your name so we can get you down here?
Brian Middleton, Janesville Township. Chuck Schwab, Keith Wheeler, Township. Frank Zimbrich, Janesville Township. Clarence Slam, Township.
Phyllis Bassman, Leroy Township.
Kurt Anderson, Leroy Township.
Dylan Wessel, Janesville.
Alrighty.
Chief Sano and his second in command there.
Alright, so to begin here as item number one, we have two sets of minutes, one from our September meeting, and then we also met with the township on November 22nd. So you have two sets of minutes in the packet, if I could get approval for those.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain?
Yeah, I'll abstain from it, because
We're at those.
prior minutes, yes.
Okay, thank you.
First vote you did, you abstained. All right, Mike, I'm gonna put the hold on a minute. I guess I have to do that, don't I? Well, you can if you want to. The run report for 2021, bottom of the screen there shows we had 203 calls, which is actually the most I think we've ever had in a 12-month period. Yeah.
Long as I can remember, that's mostly good. Pretty difficult, other than it's growing. I would see in the future the mutual aids will probably be going up, just because of the manpower and all the surrounding towns that were quicker to call for mutual aid, and were quicker to go to some other towns too, just because of manpower. So I can see that increasing slightly over the next year, otherwise I don't see the driving force of why our runs are going up other than medicals.
Yeah, Brian.
How is it usually all designated they're in charge to the township or to the traveling room?
The
Rural or the city,
Water.
or how's that work?
Whole department, whoever's in charge of that call, whatever contract they have with the townships, we don't charge township again for anything like that. It's, I mean, say, well, Seika comes over to help us, they don't, they come over to help us and we return the favor.
Okay.
There's no billing between the city.
Or the city, how that works?
It's, as if you get one department, you get billed for it, and the rest, so that you get, a little other help comes with it.
The next item, number 3, we have the officers that were elected into their positions here a couple weeks ago at the February meeting. The city council, we do ask that the city council make a motion to approve the list for the year.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2022 officers.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any questions on the officers? I was the second lieutenant and with the chief, and then Jeremy Kronbach was the officer years ago. He agreed to step into that. And Cody Delberstein is fairly new to our department. He does have 14 years of experience with our department that we're using his experience for that. But otherwise, the rest of the officers did the same.
All right. Moving along here. Attached in your report, or in your agenda packet, I should say, is the budget report for the year ended 2021 and then also the 2022 budget. I just want to point out that the 2021 column is unaudited. We're going to actually, our city audit for 2021 is going to begin next week, and it usually takes a handful of months to get the entire audit done. So the numbers that you have in that column right now are unaudited. And then the 2022 adopted budget was adopted on December 13th with the rest of the city budget.
Any questions on that, about this stuff? Officers?
All right. The 5th item on the agenda, we always try to give the city council and the township folks our fund balances for the different funds. So we have that here tonight. The capital reserve fund, as of February 1st, had about $183,000 in there. And the rural fire fund, which is the fund that all of our rural accidents and fires go into, is at $51,500 right now. Any questions on those? Yeah.
Will any more money be transferred from these funds?
Yeah. The capital reserve fund this year will have money transferred into it, and then whatever our rural fire, whatever our calls are, that money will go into that fund, so.
What is their capital?
I think it's 100, so 100,000 will go into that 182. So at the end of this year, Chuck, there will be 283,000 in there.
Yeah, like Clinton said, the rural fund, that's just all these, if there's how many car accidents, fires, things like that.
The sixth item on the agenda is just a little update here, the contracts and invoices. We have received payment from all 5 townships for the 2022, services. There's a couple townships that have not signed, or have not delivered the, signed contract yet. Iosco and Luray. Do you want copies tonight to bring back?
Yeah.
I'm not sure where we got that. All right, thank you. All right, anything else? Anybody, or Mike, Chad?
Anything else to add from the townships, or Mike and Chad? Chuck?
Any grants available to the fire department this year, or will we find grant
There you go, Lisa.
Grants?
Yeah, we recently applied for a grant, a FEMA grant. That was due like 3 weeks ago or something, so we'll probably find out next month or two. And last year, we did have a couple smaller ones for some equipment. Compier Bank was one.
Are we able to use any of the COVID funds for, is there any possibility of that money being able to use there? No?
PPE and stuff, kinda, yeah,
Yeah.
which we loaded up on last year. Yeah, anything else?
Darfur is, pretty happy with their whole truck. Talked to the assistant chief yesterday. Seems to be working out pretty well on it. Nice to see it stay in use.
Good.
How are you enjoying the weather?
So far, so good. Couple little hiccups, but nothing major, so, it's been good so far.
I haven't put a scratch in it or a dent yet. That's good.
Their only vehicle he has.
That one. All right.
Well, that will conclude our fire board meeting portion of it,
At
7:15.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Phyllis.
Have we had a chance to, look at the rest of the agenda?
Yeah,
Good evening.
so, the consent agenda, I just want to point out, item number 2 on the consent agenda is supposed to say accounts receivable. But you have the accounts receivable in your packet.
Right.
I just typed the wrong thing there. My bad. So yes, we have a copy of the January 24th minutes, and then the payables and receivables. Andrea, did you have a couple payables to point out, or do you want me to, or?
Do we want to approve the agenda real quick, or?
Oh, yeah, maybe so.
Motion to approve the agenda.
I will second. All in favor of approval of the agenda?
Aye.
Thank you. Go ahead, Quentin.
Okay, payables. Or do you want to do it?
Yep. So first one, we have to, Florida County Sheriff's Office, that's kind of an annual, I think it's annual, that our sheriff's office, our police department, we have to
AFD, to share the records, so that's what that one is, that's a little, routine in nature. You have some invoices to Bulletin and Mace, there's about a $20,000 one for the 2822 street project, I believe, on there.
Yep.
Then you have some gutter clean invoices, and that also relates to the 2022 street project, if they're doing the videoing of the lines, it's really mapping, so that's what those are in regards to. And then the last one, Brickway, on here, Brickway, and then with electric, so that was for the flooring in here, that's all covered by the ARPA fund, so.
Yep.
Okay. Those were what I had circled. Perfect.
And then I was gonna point out that with those two invoices that Andrew just talked about, for the most part, City Hall improvements are done. We do have some HVAC to finish up. But then in a few weeks, Andrew and I will be attending a webinar on the reporting that we have to do beginning April 30th. We'll have to be reporting on how we spend the money, so we'll be doing that. And then I did get an email today that has instructions on how to set up our account to the U.S. Treasury so that we can do that reporting. So we'll get that underway, and then I would like maybe beginning of March or something, let's set a work session some night, or even if we just talk about it at a council meeting, how we spent the money and what else is coming and what we see
Okay.
in the future. Does that sound good to everyone?
Yep.
Okay. That's all I have for, I guess, for the consent agenda.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'll abstain on that one, too.
Public forum.
I will speak right now. Thing is on. Melissa Kopacek, 701 North Market Street. I speak to you today not just as your colleague, but as a citizen of this town. I want it to be known that I was not present for the vote on Monday, January 10th, and I feel the decision to move forward with the Safe Routes Plan against the wishes of those directly affected by this was, in my opinion, the wrong decision. I was first disappointed to see this was on the agenda and no notification was made to the citizens who've worked diligently to try and rectify this situation. No post on social media, no email, just another agenda item seamlessly added. It is reminiscent of the Bob Burns issue this past spring, in which a vote took place that would directly affect his business, and yet the courtesy of notifying him was non-existent. I know for a fact a lengthy conversation during council was had about this, and it's disappointing to find ourselves here in the exact same situation once again. Common courtesy seems to go out the window with the good old boys when it comes to making tough decisions. Sleep comes easy when you don't have to look the people in the face that you just impacted negatively. I've spent the last 3 weeks reading heartbreaking post after heartbreaking post, reaching out to various residents and reading emails and letters from residents of Allen Circle, taking in the anger and resentment and trying to understand where we went wrong. We seem to resort to the "it's been in the works for years" argument a lot, and it's old. And what's a few more months of planning, strategy, and listening if we've been working on this for years? We owe it to the residents who were not here years ago when this plan began to try and work with them. The other argument is one of a fiscal one. We have increased various budgets for various boards that don't apply to every single resident. We have voted yes to new park equipment, board equipment, studies, and courses, but now it's too much. Now, when it comes to working with our residents to build a safe route, we are fiscally worried. Part of being in a society or town is helping one another. Part of being a government official is looking out for the residents we represent, whether they voted for you or not. And if money was the issue, then more time given to this issue may have allowed us to seek out more grant funds or budget for this. I now speak to you as your fellow council member, and I ask that we delay the Safe Routes bill that affects Allen Circle, so that we can either seek more financial assistance or look into other options that can accommodate the residents of Allen Circle. It is not too late to rectify this situation, and I feel we owe it to our residents to reconsider. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else here to speak through public forum?
Dylan Westfall, 519 Allen Circle. I just want to try and convince you all one last time to just think if it was your backyard and you had young kids like a lot of us in the circle do. It's tough and difficult to want to try and fathom how this has not come to our attention a long time ago. Like I said in your letter, I'm very disappointed. I feel that we could have done a lot more to inform a lot of the residents in the circle, so we would have a lot more time to prepare and come up with a better plan. I know that we did give 3 options or so a while ago, and I thought they were good, and unfortunately, the best one that we could have used, the city sold land to Melissa Cummins and whomever that guy is. I feel that we could use that money for that bridge that's gonna cost an extra $54,000. I don't know where that money went to, but if it's close to what it would cost extra to build that extra bridge, I feel it's worth it, since the city screwed up on that part, I believe, in my opinion.
I do think that was county land that she purchased.
It said
We
city of
voted on
Janesville.
it in city council.
She did not give,
We just lessened the assessment. The
Right.
county
Yes.
owns the land.
Okay.
Yep,
Gotcha.
that was county property.
Okay. So, my mistake on that. When I looked at the GIS map, it said City of Janesville, so that's what I took it for. Also, I would like to point out, or put in that, if the city does go through with this, are they going to ensure the safety of the residents in this Allen Circle development with putting up a privacy fence for the rest of us, for the safety of our kids and our liability as homeowners right next to this? I feel it's part of the city's duty to do this, with not looking clearly into this more over the years and letting the rest of us know. I also feel that if the city can spend over $100,000 so far on this, just for engineering purposes, what's another $54,000 gonna hurt? Otherwise, just stop it altogether. I just feel hurt by the city. I've lived here all my life. Not a letter, nothing. I found out when there was spray paint in my backyard and called the city. That's how I found out. So, thank you for your time. I hope you guys think about this a little bit more and put a little more thought and heart into it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Anyone else here for public forum? Public forum? Okay, moving along. Notice and communications.
yes, attached is a letter from Dylan Westfall to the council. I put that in the packet here tonight, so
Which,
that's in
thank
there
you for
for you.
taking time to do that.
Administrator report?
Council.
Oh, let's go to council reports. Before we jump into them, I had a question for John. Mike served on a couple of boards. Do you have interest in serving on those?
What was he on?
Public utilities and nursing home. If your time does not allow it, I'm willing to take one, for sure, 1 or 2, so just kind of leave it
What's
up to you,
nursing home,
John.
Mike? That's in the afternoon, isn't it?
Third, Monday at 4:40.
Yeah, it might be a little tough once in a while, but the other one maybe I could.
Utilities
Power
is-
and light board then?
Yeah, that's 5:30.
Yeah, that'd be better.
It's before council. It was
Yeah.
tonight,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, I'd take that one.
Well, if he's willing to take that, I would serve on the nursing home
Yeah,
board
somebody-
until the end of the term.
Takes that one then.
I'd be willing to do that. Is that in agreeance with everyone on the council?
Sounds fine.
Thank you. All right. Council reports. Have we had anything? Jimmy? Andy?
No, but I believe the golf board would probably meet in March, since we're only a couple months away from getting things going out there.
Okay.
So we'll, I'll let you know here soon when that'll be.
Okay. I'm gonna resort to Mike. he's gonna give the council report tonight for the public utility meeting, even though he's officially off, but he can still give the report, he was there.
The water tower, project has, they'd asked to have it delayed again because they want it during the recipe for disaster during the street project to get, want that pipes in the ground first before they do that.
Yeah.
Having both of them at the same time is not a good thing. So they are moving that towards late summer, hopefully the street project will have the water in the ground better. The AMI system and the meters, the heads, I believe, are in, but not the meters yet. So we don't know when that'll start happening to change out the meters, to get that in place. As soon as they know, they'll be sending out some, mass notices, so when they know, they'll be in contact with the meters gotta get changed out.
And this is so, it can be a lot easier to
This will,
figure
you'll
out
have
what's going on.
up to the, if your
Right.
water meter is running at toilet running or something.
Yeah, that's it.
You have a serious increase in water usage, you can set up so you get a notification.
Yeah.
You know, today I normally use so many gallons of water and increase it by lunch, because you got toilet running all day. You get a notice for that,
Yeah,
that type of stuff is,
Essentially, it's catching us up with technology.
yeah.
right.
It's moving forward, and we're
Welcome
moving
to
with it, or trying
2022.
to.
Hopefully you can have an app and then use your, see your, I don't know if it'll be live, it'll be fairly close to it.
Yeah, the water meter will be hourly, and then electric, we can read like every 15 minutes.
That's really cool. Very cool.
That was the major things that we discussed.
Thanks, Mike. Anything else for council? Clinton, administrator report?
All right, attached in tonight's packet is the January reconciliation from the bank. Also attached is a cash balance report, and I was gonna point out, thanks to Andrea's suggestion here, instead of putting that graph in the consent agenda every other meeting, I'm just gonna put it in this report with that cash balance, 'cause it's basically the same report in two different parts of the agenda, so that's in there tonight. And then also the yearly comparisons that we have had once a month for the golf course, we'll begin putting those in the administrative report, so they're in there tonight. And we also like to show the council the January monthly settlement from the county. We, try to do this every year, because in January, there are some property taxes that are paid, they kind of trickle through a couple weeks later or whatever. So some of the money that we did receive on the county's tax settlement in January is actually for last year's property taxes. So we point that out to you. Mr. Burke has provided a report from the age-friendly agency in town here that did receive that grant from the Southern Minnesota Initiative Foundation. So he has a little update for you. Basically, the group is looking at using the grant money to purchase computers and devices and to train specifically elderly residents in our community so that they can, stay in contact with family and loved ones and things like that. So they're looking to have, there will probably be a location at the school that would be available for them. So that's what his report is there for you. The next item is we have the 2021 unaudited budget report for you, for the different funds that we have. I think I stated already, I can't remember, our audit does begin next week, so hopefully we can move through that here throughout the next few months. And just a couple other quick things, I would like to have a personnel committee, Melissa, Andy Allman, and myself, we are on that group this year. I'd like to see if we can get together at some point, probably after Mexico.
When's Mexico?
Next
Yeah.
week.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So maybe in the next few weeks we'll get together.
Yeah,
There's a few things for the personnel committee to look at this year, so
okay,
just want to kind of get started on that, if that makes sense.
yep.
The only other thing is that the weekly coalition newsletter, and are you guys going to?
I can't go. I actually just accepted a new position, so I'll be in training for a while.
Okay.
So I'm kinda bummed, but I still recommend you go.
Sure.
When was it again? I know I wrote it down in last.
March 2nd, I believe. And I can get you in touch with Steve Nasby, or Clint can. Hang out with them for a while. They're amazing. Really.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, we can talk here later
Yep.
about that. Then the only, I guess, John, I was just gonna mention to you, I'm talking with the department heads and all that, we're all kinda getting together, and we're gonna put a little update together for you of what's been going on the last year and a half, just to keep you up to speed on things.
Yep.
So I'll probably text you and just drop it off at your place someday or something,
Yeah,
if that's all right,
that'll
okay. And then just a reminder to the city council that, on Friday, we are opening bids for this summer street project. We'll be opening them at 11 a.m. at Bolton and Mink offices on Friday. So hopefully at
This
our next...
Friday?
Yeah,
How many we get in any yet?
I don't know,
Oh,
I'm not
you don't-
sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they do, yeah. that's right.
Because they all get sent to
Right,
Bolton
I
and Mink
forgot.
electronically, yep. That is all I have.
You didn't hear how many plan holders they had, did you?
I don't, I'm not sure, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. More the better.
Yeah.
Better price out there.
I'll make a motion to accept, the administrator report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The 11th, the next item, actually, Andy, I do have. In your packet is the proposed schedule for department heads to come visit with council.
Yep.
When's the last time a department head was at a meeting?
Well, that was kinda why we were going to this schedule, so they aren't,
Isn't it a little extreme that it's been probably 4 meetings?
been quite a while.
Yeah, wouldn't you wanna check in? I'm a little disappointed, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, with this schedule, we're kind of
Hoping to fix that.
trying to not have them at quite as many, but make it a little bit more mandatory that they show up
Yeah.
when they're on the schedule.
Hopefully, it's more mandatory than the mandatory part before.
Right.
And Dave was not here tonight, Police Department, he's gonna be here next week, 'cause he had, her next meeting, he has his annual report that he'll present to you on the 28th.
Okay.
So that's why he's not here tonight, so.
And we kind of already went through the fire one tonight with the fire meeting ahead of time, so
Yep.
I think we're probably okay for tonight. So we'll actually have 3 of them here at the next meeting.
Yeah.
Dave, Golf Course, and Whispering Creek.
Yep.
Perfect.
All right.
Old business, we have the parking signs, for JWP along 4th Street there.
Yeah, the city council met with the school board last November, and we discussed, signs on the north side of the school building. So this is a little map diagram that the school put together. The school board did meet, talk about this a couple times. They're requesting that we have 3.
Wasn't there 2 down there already? On the, east end? Don't they say no parking 7 to 4 or something
Yeah.
during school days?
So what John is asking, you see those 2 red circles, that's where signs are now that say that? They are requesting that there are 3 signs be put up there that says school bus parking only. And then towards the west, it's kinda hard to read the red letter here, but they're asking for 2 signs on the western part of the building that say no parking 7 to 4 during school days. So moving a couple of those signs to the west.
So they want them moved around, or we gotta, is this another expenditure on the city's behalf again?
We will need to buy school bus parking signs, school bus parking only signs. We will need to purchase those.
This is something we did meet with them, we did kind of agree to this, that we would do this, I don't know, November or something.
November, yeah.
We basically told them to come up with a plan of where they want it, how they want it, and bring it to us, and that's what this is their proposed plan.
How
But we
many-
should be able to move the other
Well, how-
signs up.
Where are the, so it's the no parking from 7 to 4 on those 3 circles, correct?
No parking 7 to 4 will be like
The top half.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, and then we want school bus only,
Yeah, those will be the ones we'll have to purchase.
and that's like 24/7, or is that
It
not?
says on school
On
days.
school days,
On
yep.
school days?
Yep.
It says that.
For both signs on school days.
Okay. Fair.
So basically, the city council, you know, you are obviously the road authority on the city streets, so we would need discussion and a motion to approve the purchase of these signs, and the school did say we get them up in the spring, we're not gonna worry about it now.
I agree with Andy, this is what we came to, we gave it back to the school, have them decide where they wanted to be and what they wanted to read, so I move we put these signs in.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No abstain.
John abstains. New business, Lyons Minor subdivision.
Yes, I apologize, I don't have a diagram or a map here in the packet, it's really easy though. It's the empty lot north of Whistys. That-
Whistys in the law.
Yes, that lot is actually 2 small lots that were recorded, you know, 100-plus years ago. Zach-
That's 2 lots?
That's 2 lots, yep. Zach Lyons owns both, he's asking to request them, to combine them into 1 lot, and he actually does have, arrangements made, the individual will be renting that to display, items for sale and stuff, so.
He's the guy that does the, composite or lawn furniture.
Amish.
Yeah, I think it's in,
Oh.
right now, is it, like by Star Street Car Wash, I think that's the same guy.
I know exactly what you're
He's from
talking about
town, his
now.
name is Dave
Okay.
something, he called me too.
As long as it's a business going in there,
Yep.
I'm 100% for
Yeah, they aren't
that.
necessarily putting a building up, but he's gonna put some fence up and
Oh,
have display and stuff, so
so it's not,
it's not gonna be a building, at least at this point, he's just renting.
You look at car lot, he wants people to wander through, look at the furniture, and he's not gonna sell anything there, it's a display only.
Yes.
That's what Dave told me.
Yep.
I like the idea, I really like the idea of him coming to town, using
And
that
he's
lot.
he's gonna leave it open, you
Yep.
can walk in there and sit on the stuff if you want to,
okay.
so.
I'd move we do this for Lyons, so that he can make it more convenient for the business to come in.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have our joint powers agreement.
Yes, we have 2 agreements here for you tonight. One goes to the state, the BCA, and then the other one goes to the county, judicial database. These are the agreements that allow us to use the BCA and for the county attorney and the prosecuting attorneys to use the BCA, the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension.
Just to confirm, we do this all the time, right?
Yeah.
The same one?
We did last June, and the one before that was like 3 years, so it's
Okay.
kinda, yeah.
Nothing new?
No.
Okay.
It's very similar to, basically, we updated the county attorney's name
Okay. Yeah.
on one of the agreements. So, the resolution attached would approve these, and then, Andy, there's 2
Yep.
for you and me to sign, and then I'll get those to Jason Moran.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, you're exactly right, Melissa, it's the same
Okay,
thing.
then I will move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Citywide clean updates.
Yes, I reached out to Waste Management, and I asked them, you know, I'd like to get our name on the calendar before other cities start filling up weekends. May 14th is not available, I guess there's probably several communities that are using that date already. But is there a particular, do you want a May or do you want a June date that we can have?
I think May would be
So
better.
do I.
Okay.
Everybody's spring cleaning and,
Right, and then,
isn't the first part of May? Did you say something about May
The
1st?
Last year was May 1.
The 14th is booked, so we have anything other than the 14th, basically.
perfect. Now, just to be clear, did we already budget for what type of cleanup we were doing?
We put $5,100 in the budget, because that's what it cost last year.
We were
with
doing the
single-
same thing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you want that? Waste Management prefers that, But you're not waste management either, you're the folks in charge,
It was
so.
a fair amount less money to do it that way versus home pickup.
Can we put a poll out, just to see? 'Cause like, I know, I felt like there was just as much flack as there was,
On the other,
yeah.
Back when we were picking up in front of houses, we weren't doing it every year, is that correct?
we're doing it every 2 or 3.
Yeah, it was at least every other year.
Yeah.
Right.
So, it's kind of a,
Mm-hmm.
spend a little less money and do it every year, spend a little more money and do it every other year.
What, it's like double that to do it the other way?
If I'm not mistaken, I think the last time we went 3 years and it was it like $78 or $8,300, something like that?
$8,000, sticks out in my head.
It ends up being kinda,
It ends up being kind of the same, it's a matter of if people prefer every year
okay.
and have to haul it a few blocks, or
Right.
every other year and just gotta kick it to the curb.
How do you all prefer?
I prefer it on the curb, I really do.
Me too.
There are a lot of people who, the weekend, they know that you're gonna have that pickup. They drive around town and half the
It's fun
stuff
to
disappears.
watch.
You do that.
You don't even throw it out
Yeah.
in the thing, so.
I sat
I
with
would
my-
prefer it picked on the
Oh,
curb.
yeah. I sat with a cocktail on my porch and just watched for hours. It was so fun.
Why didn't you
I loved
call
it.
me?
It is.
Huh? Swing over, you know where I
And I just
live.
want, I don't know what the other council members do, I just believe that
I liked it.
it would be a lot less friction from stakeholders. It's kind of a nice hobby people like to do.
5,100.
I drove around too and
I just think it's a-
found
a-
some
About
stuff.
$8,000.
Yeah. Good
Right.
service. I would
It
rather
isn't
spend
gonna cover it, but I
$2,000.
guess if we're gonna go this year, we'll probably also go every other year.
Can I motion that we do a curb pickup?
I would, if this is your wish, Mr. Councilmember, okay. If
Yes.
you would like it, I would suggest you make a motion to have me contact Waste Management and ask for curbside pickup on Saturday.
Where's that at expense?
What a golden tongue individual you are.
What date is Saturday, the first Saturday in May?
7th, May 7th.
You're looking at Saturday, so
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I did, I read your mind.
I'm surprised you didn't hurt my lips with coming out of there.
Before,
Thank you very much.
before a motion, what, there's gonna be some added expense there.
Yeah,
What's
where's
our
that
plan
coming
behind
out of,
that?
or what? If that's another $3,000, if it's 8,000 and you propose 5,100 or whatever,
I would
5,000.
propose it comes out of that PPP money, the money we got from what's his name?
Can't do that. Can't do that.
I don't know that that's gonna work.
It's community service.
it was office
Nice try,
supplies, yeah. I thought it said office supplies, did you?
Office supplies,
Yeah.
see?
It's gonna come out of 101, I mean.
Yep, bottom line,
That's the only thing that can come out of the paint it.
Yes.
correct.
Well, I guess if we're gonna look at doing it, I'm not 100% opposed to it, maybe we should look at maybe every other year again. It keeps our costs the same.
Yeah.
So you wanna bypass this year and go next year then?
Well, I didn't say that, we can start this year or we can start next year.
Yeah, I'm open either way.
Can we get an estimate from Waste Management first?
Sure.
That all goes off the tonnage, is that?
Yeah, we've got, a-
Then you guys have a better education.
we got another meeting in 2 weeks and that still probably gives us time.
I agree, right.
Okay.
Answer me this,
See if we
can
get-
we reserve the day
That's what,
and
I don't
then
know.
choose whether we want curbside or?
I don't know.
So, just
Check
call
into
and
it.
say, something's
Yeah.
gonna happen on this day, we're just.
Yeah, we're gonna do something on May 7th, we just don't know what
Something big.
yet.
Yeah.
So I will get estimates for tonnage,
Yeah.
basically, for both methods
Right.
for May 7th.
Yes, for May 7th.
Because the tonnage was considerably lower at the
Yep.
drop off.
And just think about this too, if we did this 12 months ago, the tonnage may be less than what we thought anyway.
That's very true.
Correct.
It's
Because it was only
Right.
12 months ago, not
Right.
36 months ago.
Yeah.
Ah, yep.
So do we want to make a motion on this? Do we want to table it?
I can call Jay and just get some more info for you
Just table
for
it till we
February
get some
28th.
information.
We'll table it till we get the information.
Yeah.
Okay, motion to table
I
it.
withdraw my motion. then.
Second that, table it.
All in favor of tabling this
Aye.
until we have more information?
Aye.
Still aye.
But we are still looking at May 7th.
All right. I don't know if I have anything else.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.